Hey guys, it's Maddie from Let's Eat Plants, and today we are making a super healthy, easy, whole food plant-based mushroom barley soup. So today's video was actually requested by one of you guys. Thank you so much to Inks Slinks for recommending this recipe. I already had mushrooms and I already had barley, so this soup is actually perfect. And I've never made it before. I can't believe I've never made a mushroom barley soup before, but I'm really excited to try making one today. I found a recipe that looks really good. So that's what we're going to try making today. I hope it turns out well, and with that, let's get started. Today's recipe comes from a website called Cilantro and Citronella, and I just started Googling some basic mushroom barley recipes, and this one I thought looked the best. It has like some vibrant pop of color from the carrot, and we're also gonna use some dill, and it uses potato. And I just thought, what a nice hearty addition to a mushroom barley soup than to include potato. I already have out our barley, which we are going to need to rinse first. And then of course our potatoes and carrot. We also need our mushrooms, hold on. And so we also have our mushrooms, our veggie broth, and our dill, which I have frozen dill and I hope it's still good. It's been in there for a couple months, but should be fine, right? Oh yeah, still smells like dill. So I think we have everything we need to get started. The recipe says to saute the mushrooms separately, which I thought was a little bit unusual. Usually I would just put them into the soup with all the other ingredients, which I think would work well. But maybe sauteing them separately gives them a little extra flavor, caramelization, I don't know. So I am gonna do that. I will saute them separately just to follow the recipe and see if it makes a difference. But I think if you wanted to, you could totally just put them into the soup at the same time as your other veggies. Okay, so let's wash and chop our potatoes, carrots, garlic, and onion, and we will get started. Okay, soup is simmering and I'm just going to chop up these mushrooms and then start sauteing them. And I need to rinse these. Do you guys rinse your mushrooms before cooking them? I've always read that you're just supposed to use like a little brush or a damp cloth to remove any dirt, but I just find it so much easier to rinse them instead. And I haven't really noticed that much of a difference in like texture, but I'm just curious if that's normal, if you guys rinse them or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these, chop these, and then we will saute them. Okay, so the recipe called for 500 grams of mushrooms, and I just wanted to measure that out in cups, and that is like more than 4 cups. So apparently the more mushrooms, the merrier. But I know that they do cook down a lot, so this will probably shrink to maybe half of this size by the time it's sauteed. But yeah, like 5 cups of mushrooms, holy moly. Let's go ahead and saute these, and then we add them into the soup when the soup is basically finished simmering. Okay, while the soup is simmering and the mushrooms are sauteing, let's talk a little bit about barley, because I didn't even realize that there are a bunch of different kinds of barley. Apparently there is like regular barley, pearl barley, pot barley, so many different kinds of barley. So let's just talk a little bit about what the different kinds are, and also a little bit about the health benefits, because apparently barley is really good for you. So apparently your most basic barley is going to be your most whole grain form of barley, which is also known as hulled barley. So this would be where the outermost hull is removed, but the rest of it is considered an intact whole grain. It is also the healthiest form of barley, however, it does take the longest to cook. Pearl barley, on the other hand, is the most commonly found barley. It's actually the only one I've ever seen at the grocery store. And it is still nutritious, however, slightly less so than the hulled barley, which of course is slightly less processed. So this will also cook a lot faster. This only takes about 40 minutes to cook. Now, once I read 40 minutes to cook, I was like, my soup says it should only cook in about 20 minutes, so I am a little bit concerned that the barley is not going to cook as quickly as the carrots and potatoes, but I just followed the recipe and the recipe said 20 minutes, so hopefully mine will cook just as fast. So some health benefits of barley include lower risk of heart disease, it may help in lowering cholesterol, and it may even protect against diabetes. So overall, barley is a really healthy grain. If you guys haven't tried it out before, it's quite nutty and chewy in flavor and texture, but you could always swap it out with buckwheat, brown rice, camu, any other kind of grain that you like if you don't like barley or you don't have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in our dill. My dill looks a little bit unusual because it was frozen and now it's just like damp, but I think it'll be fine. I think it's mainly for flavor in the soup, so that's fine. And then we'll also add in our mushrooms, let the soup mingle with all those flavors for a little bit longer, and then we will taste it. Yay! This smells really good. I'm excited about it. And I checked the barley and it does feel done. It was very squishy between my fingers. So I think everything's good. I think this soup is ready to go. Granted, I did cook it a bit longer than 20 minutes in total. It was probably more like 30 to 35 minutes by the time everything was done cooking. If you wanted to speed that up, you could par cook your barley and that might help because, you know, my carrots and potatoes are very, very soft. But let's go ahead and try this. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Carrot, good. Mushroom, good. Potato, delicious. I love potatoes in soup. The dill flavor is really awesome in here. I love the simplicity of the flavors in this. There's not a lot of seasoning. It's basically just the veggie broth, salt, pepper if you want, and then the dill. I like it. I like it a lot. I think the only thing that I would change is, like I said, maybe par cooking the barley next time just so the soup takes a little bit less time. And also there are a lot of mushrooms. I don't know if that whole 5 cups was really necessary, but I mean, it does add a really nice flavor. I'm not complaining about the mushrooms, maybe just a little bit less next time. Other than that, everything's good. Yummy, healthy, hearty, whole food plant-based. Perfect for winter if you live in a cold place. I really like it. I think I'm gonna be making it again. I of course will leave the original recipe in the description box down below, as well as my modifications to it. And again, a big thank you to Slinks for recommending a mushroom barley soup. I probably never would have tried mushroom barley soup if it wasn't for that suggestion. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to comment and request things, so definitely they are all coming, just stay tuned. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a like down below if you did enjoy or if you found it helpful. And with that, let's eat plants, and I will see you guys next time.